Hello everybody. I'm going to take you guys through a quick tutorial on how to set up OBS. First thing you're going to want to do, of course, is go to obsproject.com, download OBS. I got OBS 6.38 beta. It's a quick and easy download. Shouldn't take very long to set up and get it running. As soon as you get it up and running and saved wherever you like it to be at, open up the program, and the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to settings. When you get to settings, first tab you're going to be sitting at is general. That's where you can choose your language. If you want to change it to any other language, you can set that up there. You also have a setting profile. You want to set that up. Once you set that up, it's just give it a quick name, whatever you like it to be. And then whenever you're done setting that up, just hit apply down here at the bottom. And then the next tab you'll see is encoding. We're going to come back to this tab because this tab's going to take a little bit to explain and a little bit to set up for you, because this one is really going to depend on your internet speed and your computer. Let's go ahead and go down to broadcast settings. Broadcast settings, you want to set up a quick file path. Most people in other videos have a tendency to recommend setting it up on a local drive, whether it's your C drive or D drive. I have mine set up on a external drive for myself just because my drives both are completely used up by other things. I put my games on my D drive and I put other programs on my C drive. So I currently use this for my all my video work, save everything on my videos. Also, the default setting is set up on live stream. You can set it up to be a live stream if you like. I usually just do file output only. That'll save directly to your computer right off the bat. And once you find a place that you want to save it to, a little quick trick tip. If you set up your file, go in here, set it up, and then for at the end, just set it up to have a underscore at the very end of the title. So as you can see, I have start out and then battlefield with an underscore at the very end of the title. What that'll do for you is just basically title your videos for you as you save them. So as you can see in here that I have my videos, the first one that you'll have is start out battlefield. And you see the underscore, but there's no number. So any other video that it saves after that with the same name, it'll automatically save with a number at the very end of it, so that way you can easily find the videos that you've done in order that you've done them. If you like to set it up that way, or you can just keep on going back in there and just changing the file path, which is really easy to do. Once you're done with that, hit apply, or just hit next tab, and then you can apply settings here. In video, this is where you're going to need to know what your resolution is. If you're not sure how to do that, all you have to do is just right click on your desktop and then go to screen resolution. Once you've gone to screen resolution, it should show you down here under resolution 1920 by 1080. That's just my monitor size. You might have a different size, so you might have a different setting. If you want to change it to another setting in here, you're more than welcome to do that. I recommend keeping it on your video screen setting. So me being 1920 by 1080, I keep it at 1920 by 1080. Your resolution downscale, I would recommend putting that at the same as your base resolution. If you want to make it smaller, it's possible you can do that, and that'll basically just downscale the size from the settings that you have. Your FPS, put that at 30, which is a good spot to keep it at, and also disable aerial as well. For some reason, I'm not sure if it's set up in the general settings to have that disabled, unchecked already, but I leave that unchecked. If it's not already done so, I would uncheck that. Also, next, once you save that, go to audio. Your audio, you can set that up to either leave it as default, which, as you can see, that's how I have it. Works perfectly fine, but of course I only have one set of speakers and one set of, I only have one microphone as well, so I leave it as default and then it automatically picks up the ones that I'm using. But of course, if you're using multiple different things, you can set them up to pick up whichever device you choose it to be picked up from. You also have hotkeys. You can set up hotkeys if you like to have any of those. Some are pretty useful. Start stream, start recording, stop stream. They're pretty nice to use. I don't use them just because I have the capability of dual monitors. So I'm currently using that setup, and I just go back and forth between screens, so it's easy for me to not have to use those. In advanced, you have two things that you want to change. Your process priority class, you want to put that to above normal. Putting it to above normal will just simply make it a higher priority on your processor. So whatever programs you're using, it'll put this program above all, basically. Also in your video, under video settings, the CPU preset, I put that to very fast. I believe the default setting is either fast or faster, but I would recommend putting it at very fast. It just increases the how much CPU is being put towards your video, which the more you can do, the better. If you can put it up to ultra fast or super fast, you know, there's been other people who have done videos on how to set this up who have it set up at a higher, but I don't do that because it runs just fine without it being so high. I don't want to put that much power towards it, so that's just my personal preference. Same thing goes for the priority class. If you're running a game like, for example, Minecraft or something like that, putting your OBS on high, you're going to want to put your Minecraft, which you can easily do. You can easily set that up just by right-clicking on over here, Start Task Manager, and in your processes you can see what's being used the most and what's top priority, which, as you can see, OBS right now is top priority for me above all everything else. Which is good to set up. You can change it here if you like. It's just right here, set priority. Just right click on whatever program you choose to change the priority. And as you can see, this is above normal for me. If you're going to try and run this and run a video game at the same time, some people also recommend putting OBS on high, which you can do here. And then putting your game, whatever you're running, and putting that on just the one directly underneath it, above normal. So if you're going to set up OBS to be high, I'd recommend setting your game up to above normal. But with me having mine set up to above normal, I can just leave my games just as they are at normal, and everything just runs fine for me. Now once you've got that saved, just hit apply. And then there's also two other tabs down at the bottom. I haven't messed with them. I don't use them. But there's Quick Sync Encoder and Microphone Noise Gate. You can mess around with those here and there if you like. If you want to get into those, I currently don't, but they're there for you. And last but not least, back to the Encoding tab. When you go to the Encoding tab, the one thing that's going to take you a while to figure out, and it's going to really depend on your internet speed and your computer capabilities, is your bit rate. The lowest setting that I would currently recommend would probably be 2200. Maybe even just 2000 would be good. But I wouldn't recommend going any lower than that, because that's really going to make your video really kind of choppy. I currently have mine set up as 3000, but that's because I have a pretty good processor, and my internet speed is actually pretty good too. I would recommend to start out and just kind of see how it runs. Maybe starting out, I'd say try 2400, and then if it's kind of choppy, you know, not looking so good, kind of go up and down with the numbers and kind of see where your fitting is. Some people who have done videos has also had theirs set up to 3400, as high as that. But like I said, for me, you know, 3000 seems pretty sufficient, and it doesn't really need to be any higher than that or lower. And last on here, for your audio encoding, you want to go to bit rate. Just set that to 320. Best to set it up as a maximum. Of course, you're going to want it up as the best possible you can get. And then you just hit apply. Hit OK. And then you're going to have what looks like this, minus the screen that you see here. It's going to be grayed out for you, and it's going to say start recording or start preview stream. Before you get to that, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go to your scenes and then just right click and do an add scene. Now when you do an add scene, it'll ask you to enter a name. Just enter whatever, you know, you're going to do the video for. So we'll say Minecraft. Now once you set that up, the last thing you're going to have to set up is your game capture. But before you set that up, you want to open up your game and get that running. And once you get your game up and running, all you need to do at that point is just click back on sources and go to add. And then if you're running a video game, you have multiple options here, but if you're running a video game, you go to game capture. Once again, enter whatever you're working on. So I'm just going to do Minecraft again. And it's going to pop up this window. Now, if you don't have your game up and running yet, you're not going to see the Minecraft 1.8. It's only going to show you the monitor. For you to be able to get that up, you're going to have to start your video game up first. Once you get your game up, which you should have already done, you'll see Minecraft 1.8. So you'll go ahead and select that. And then I leave capture mouse cursor on, because I personally like using it. I like to see where I'm currently clicking, and it also shows you, it shows your viewers where you're clicking as well, so that way if you need them to see where you're going with your mouse, then it's easy to set up and easy for them to view. And just hit OK. And once you've done that, it's still going to be gray for you. So what you're going to have to do to kind of play around and see, you know, check your settings on your encoding and stuff like that, you'll just hit a preview stream. Once you've done a preview stream, you see something kind of similar to this. And as you can see, with how it's set up for mine, it runs pretty well, pretty smoothly. But like I said, I also have mine set up to a higher encoding. All you have to do is just run it a little bit, see if it runs fine. Load a game up just to show you the movement. It runs pretty much the same. It should equal in the preview of what you're seeing over here. And if you're also having lag or anything like that, then you're going to want to go back and mess with the encoding still. But as you can see, in comparison to how I'm moving in game versus how you see it on the recording, it runs pretty smoothly. So once you've gotten all that set up, then you can start your recordings and you're good to go. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please post them, and I will try to answer any questions as I possibly can. Thank you for watching.